Hello, I am Richard Zhu, a junior at North Hollywood High School in North Hollywood, California. Today I will present on developing an inhalable COVID-19 vaccine by optimizing the diffusion in respiratory mucosa with Stokes-Einstein modeling. Currently, we have a problem with SARS-CoV-2 vaccines. That is, they're all intramuscular shots. And what this means is that we don't have sufficient mucosal immunity, that is, from your nose all the way to your lungs, along your respiratory tract in vaccinated people. And that is why we currently have breakthrough cases. And we already know that COVID-19 as a pandemic is really deadly and has killed a lot of people. And that is why we have to have the best, most excellent alternative that can provide mucosal immunity. And that is why inhalable vaccines are one of the best candidates, since they, in addition to providing mucosal immunity, also provide longer-term immunological protection. And this design includes viral, protein peptide, and nucleic acid designs. I hypothesize that the parameters of these inhalable vaccine nanoparticles, particularly size and surface chemistry, influence the rate of its diffusion through the mucosal membrane. And in order to do this, I scouted many papers, research papers, that had data on vaccine-like nanoparticle diffusion, particularly lipid nanoparticles, virus-like particles, and viral vectors. In order to compare these particles and basically tell which ones are being slowed down by the mucus, I did calculations by using the Stokes-Einstein equation in order to compare them to the actual diffusion rates, which I also took note of. And in my results, I found that lipid nanoparticles actually diffused well, but they must have good surface chemistry. And that is PEG, which is able to speed up the diffusion of lipid nanoparticle modeling, especially in mucus. And we also see virus-like particles, which also have surface coatings. And however, these are small and they diffuse actually even faster than lipid nanoparticles. And you see here, I actually compared virus-like particle diffusion to human antibodies, and I found that Norwalk virus-like particle, which diffuses the fastest in this cohort, is similar to IgM in diffusion. Finally, viral vectors, I also modeled, but both in normal and thick mucus. And I noticed that in thick mucus, they were extremely slowed and ineffective, while adeno-associated virus 5 was the fastest in the cohort. And just comparing these different modeling types, I found that Norwalk virus-like particle, or just virus-like particles in general, were the fastest in diffusing. And I took a look at the ratios of Stokes-Einstein predicted to actual diffusion rates, and I found that Norwalk virus-like particle diffused actually even faster than Stokes-Einstein predicted, while the others were extremely slowed. And this is evident in the equivalent diameters. So overall, I found that an increase in the surface hydrophilic properties of lipid nanoparticles and virus-like particles was extremely important for their diffusing quickly in mucus. However, particle size negatively correlated and smaller particles diffused faster. However, finally, virus vectors, although being small, diffuse slow, most likely because they do not have the same hydrophilic surface. So in conclusion, these findings fully support the hypothesis that surface chemistry and particle size are two critical parameters and support VLPs as having the best characteristics as an inhalable vaccine nanoparticle. Thank you.